Discovering Seoul, a comprehensive travel guide. Why visit Seoul? The equilibrium represented by the blue and red yin and yang on South Korea's flag is a concept that was upended by the Korean War. But a modern Seoul blossomed once more following the 1953 armistice. Seoul has persevered, as evidenced by the city's gorgeous architecture, vibrant culture, and strong economy today. South Koreans continue to cling fast to their rich heritage despite Seoul appearing to be blazing into the future. Relics from Seoul's past, offering glimpses into a time before the city's towering concrete and steel structures, are tucked away between expansive shopping areas and vibrant nightlife areas. Gyeongbok Palace, the oldest and largest of the city's 5 Joseon dynasty palaces, is situated on well-kept grounds at a short distance from the center of the city. In close proximity, Bukchon Village's wooden, one-story houses stand out against the nearby high-rises. Fortunately, Seoul's past and present complement one another rather than clashing. The secret to Seoul's attraction and a fundamental element of the city's identity is this harmonious fusion of the ancient and new. Top travel months. The ideal months to visit Seoul are March through May and September through November, when the weather is pleasant, daytime highs on average stay below the mid-70s, and travel costs are reasonable. If you enjoy skiing or snowboarding, you should go between December and February when daily temperatures often hover around freezing and snowfall is not uncommon. The monsoon season, which includes the summer months, should be avoided. Seoul is oppressively humid and crowded during these months. Moreover, hotel rates have reached an all-time high. How to navigate Seoul? Seoul's metro system is the best means of transportation. If you intend to remain out late, you can mix in a few cab rides and bus trips if your destination is too far to walk. Although Seoul is too big to be explored exclusively on foot, several of its areas were designed with walking in mind, Bukchon Village, for example. We advise against renting a car because public transportation in Seoul is so inexpensive and abundant, plus, traffic in the city is legendary. At either of Seoul's 2 airports, Incheon International Airport, ICN, or Gimpo International Airport, you can rent a car if necessary, GMP. Incheon is the entry point for the great majority of international flights. Subway. The Seoul subway system is widely available, affordable, and a reliable way to get throughout the city. You should have a very easy time using the subway as long as you avoid rush hour, 8 to 9 a.m. and 6 to 7 p.m. on weekdays, and don't try to ride between midnight and 5:30 a.m. when the system is closed. The station's signage, maps, and recordings are all in English. The first 10 kilometers of travel on the subway cost 1,351, approximately $1.20, for Seoul residents using cards called multiple journey transportation cards, or T-Money cards. With a T-Money card, you must pay 2,501, $2.24. 10 kilometers of travel cost 1,251, $1.12. Bus. While Seoul's metro system is simple to use, international visitors may find the city's bus routes to be a little more challenging. Most bus drivers only speak Korean, and the majority of bus maps are not translated into English. You can pay the bus fare in cash on the bus or using a T-Money card, which will reduce the cost of the bus ride for adults by 101. Different routes are indicated by the color coding of buses and bus stops. Inside Seoul city borders, blue buses, mainline buses, cover large distances for 1,301, $1.17, every fare. Green buses cover the same ground but cover shorter distances, they cost 1,001, 90 cents. By foot. Seoul is too large to be navigated on foot by one person, but it does include a lot of neighborhoods and hiking trails that make for pleasant places to put one foot in front of the other. Simply be cautious when crossing the street because pedestrian green lights are frequently provided quickly to improve traffic flow. Car. Traffic is a common occurrence in Seoul, and drivers might sometimes disregard safety when rushing to get somewhere. This makes driving throughout the city a pain. Use public transportation in Seoul instead of driving, there are likely bus or metro stops nearby where you need to go, and both are far less expensive than renting a car. If the need to drive, however, seems uncontrollable, you may always hire a set of wheels from the rental counters at Incheon Airport. You must be at least 21 years old and have a valid driver's license from another country, which you must acquire before your trip. Namsan Park and Seoul Tower. Number 1 in best things to do in Seoul. During the Joseon Dynasty, 1392 to 1910, Mount Namsan was home to 5 warning beacons and a protective city wall. Now, it is a park with a scattering of tourist attractions like an aquarium, a library, and a variety of lovely walking routes. Nonetheless, Namsan Park is mostly frequented for its sweeping vistas of Seoul. Visit Palgakjeon, an octagonal viewing pavilion with appealing cityscapes, to have a free look at it. Pay a few won to access the observation deck atop Seoul Tower, Namsan Park's true showpiece, for an even more stunning view. Previous visitors remarked that the view from 1,574 feet above sea level is breathtaking on clear days. Couples lock hundreds of padlocks to the fence outside on the sky deck as a sign of their everlasting love. Bring your own lock if you're feeling very sappy. Make dinner reservations at the N.Grill French restaurant, which rotates on the tower's top floor if you want a really memorable experience. Observation deck tickets cost 10,000 won for adults, about $9, and 8,000 won for children 12 years old and younger as well as seniors, just over $7. The observatory welcomes visitors 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. from Monday through Friday and on Sundays. On Saturdays, you can marvel at Seoul's skyline until midnight. To learn more about Seoul Tower or make a reservation at any of its restaurants, visit its official website. The summit of Mount Namsan can be reached in a few different methods. Healthy people may choose to climb a steep staircase. The journey takes 20 to 30 minutes and starts at the Hohyun metro station on line 4. The cable car departs from Myeongdong subway station on line 4, exit 3. Tickets for a round-trip cable car cost 8,500 won, about $7.60, for adults and 5,500 won, roughly $4.90, for children. One-way tickets cost slightly less. Visit the official website of the Korea Tourism Organization for additional details about Namsan Park.